Tell me, do you bleed?
Well, for Batman versus Superman, the critics definitely did let him bleed a lot. But with Batman Day coming up, I think it's Saturday. I'm ashamed I even forgot. But with Batman Day coming up, let's go ahead and do a rewind review of Batman versus Superman, with Ben himself playing the Caped Crusader. My humble opinion, alright, look, Ben Affleck was a superb Batman. Haters, say what you want. But he nailed it. The guy is huge. If you look in the comic books, he looks just like freaking Bruce Wayne. He was great as Bruce Wayne and as Batman, and let's face it, the costume was perfect. I mean, this is the first time we've actually seen a legit looking Batman costume and Batman. With that said, I enjoyed it. It was a great movie. Some of the complaints was it's a little too long. Look, that's a lot of story to unpack. You got two powerhouses, right? Batman and Superman. You can't fit all that in an hour and a half, movie. You can't. It takes a good while. I think it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm going to get my money's worth with that one. All right? So, this thing's a little stuffy, but, it's all right. Anyway, starts off, we really don't get a whole lot of story with Batman. He just kind of, it's left to the imagination that he's been doing it for a while. He's a little fed up with how things have been going, and so he's just relentlessly letting out his frustration with his fists. That's Batman, right? With Superman, it picks up after Man of Steel, which came out in 2013, and kind of catches up with where he's at with his whole crime fighting type deal. His relationship with Lois Lane, his work at the Daily Planet. He's in a bit of a pickle, though, because he's kind of been intervening and getting into crap that's a little above his, government-wise. They're a little ticked off and a little miffed with him that, hey, they ain't been running it past, you ain't been running past us what you've been doing. You can't just go around, flying around doing your fly-around stuff. Anyway, that's kind of where he starts at. Batman, on the other hand, is looking for some blood. He's pissed, all right? He is miffed with Superman because the guy just has no control whatsoever over the fight with Zod and just rains down holy hellfire on Metropolis. Takes out buildings and just collateral damage galore, to which Batman kind of witnesses firsthand, and which I must admit, that first scene is freaking awesome with Bruce Wayne just running into the rubble. I mean, I'm a little partial to Batman, as you can tell. But anyway, so it takes place kind of setting up the big fight night, if you will, that's coming up, the big brawl. The fight scenes, let me just go ahead and tell you. The fight scenes in this movie, specifically with Batman, are up here, like with stuff that we had never seen before with Batman. His fighting style is brutal, which is kind of what you want with Batman. There's a whole nightmare scene that he has that is just, I'm talking about awesome, just great. But here's the thing that people, specifically Superman fans, will have a problem with. And let me go ahead and dive in and let you know why. Kind of makes Superman look a little weak, this whole movie does. First he's in hot water with the government and this and what have you. And that kind of gets drug. I will admit that whole thing gets drug out a little too much. We're not really here for politics, right? We're here for fights, and we're here for, the superhero stuff. That being said, however, it's not for a Superman fan. It's more geared toward, in my opinion, and I gotta say I'm a little biased, but in my opinion, it's geared more toward Batman fans. Spoiler alert, if you hadn't seen it, spoiler alert, Batman mops the floor with Superman. Which in the comic books, that's how it happened, so, they can kind of just chill with all that. Great fight scene, but like I said, Batman teaches his old boy some lessons, let's just say. Anyway, in my opinion, when it came out to theaters, they kind of released a little too much in the trailers that kind of gave away the final act, the whole thing with Doomsday. And, I just think they could have gave a little bit more surprises and a little bit less, this is what's going to happen type of situation. But yeah, good movie. I loved it. I don't see what people were griping about. I thought it was a great movie. Great Batman movie. Let's just be clear. Zack Snyder, who directed Man of Steel, directed this one, and I don't know, I loved the way he was going. His vision for DC was perfect. Here's what the problem lies, though. In my opinion, Warner Brothers wanted to copy Marvel. They wanted the whole success that Marvel had, and let's just face it, DC is not Marvel. DC is dark. It is dark. It is meant to be dark, and it's meant to be violent. And I mean, you got a character dressed up like a big bat. I mean, come on. But it's meant to be dark. It's not Marvel, and that's where Warner Brothers. Gotta pull this off. I'm about to have a heat stroke here. But you got to have the whole thing, right? But in my opinion, this was a good movie. I liked it. Way better than Justice League. Just gonna say it. My man up here, old Ben, he rates probably up there, I don't know, close to one, if not one, of the best Batmans there is. Robert Pattinson did a great job this year, and he kind of made you had to kind of reevaluate your whole Batman range of classification, but homeboy's still up there at the top. He's still one of the best. I mean, look at him. He's a big dude. Perfect for Batman. A little bit exciting news with that. They had kind of a rumor going around this week that he is going to be in more scenes of the new Aquaman movie. Pretty exciting stuff there. He has already been announced that he will be in it. At first, it was supposed to be like a cameo, but the news now is that he will be filming more scenes. Let's hope they're getting rid of Amber Turd. I ain't even going to apologize for butchering her name. It's Amber Turd. Let's hope they kind of push her out and make room for more Batman. Here's hoping. Because, we didn't get to really see enough of Ben's Batman. And I'm hoping that we can kind of see more. Like I said, he's one of my faves. Batman vs. Superman, I'll be watching it sometime this weekend for Batman Day, along with some of the others. You got Christian Bale's Batman. A lot of people say that he was a good one, and he was. He was good. He was a good Batman, but just depends on what you want, Robert Pattinson's Batman was good. I'll be watching that one again and kind of giving a review for that. But for Batman vs. Superman, 2 bat thumbs up. 2 bat thumbs up. Give it a watch. If you don't like it and you stand on one of those that don't, I won't hold it against you, but in my opinion, it got too much hate. It was a good movie. Had some of the best Batman action scenes there is. Like I said, more for Batman than it is for Superman fans, so you got to keep that in mind. It's a little bit long, but I'm one of them that if it's a long movie and it's really good and it holds my attention, which this one did, then I'm in till the end. So, with that said, as you know, this is my opinion, and as I always say, opinions are like butts. Everybody's got some. Well, everybody's got one, really. Some of them stink. But this is mine. So,
I'm Batman.